Hey everyone, how you guys doing? My name is Matt Jarbo. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to be talking about Alien, the TV show, potentially being woke. At least that's what some people are going to lie to you about. Amber Heard is now a mom, and that gave me some mixed feelings, as well as some Spider-Man leaks and a very special, canonically accurate birthday. All of that and more right now. Hi everyone, my name is Matt Jarbo. Welcome to 3 Buck Theater. Today is July 1st, 2021. The year is officially halfway over, which means we're getting into the back half, which is when all the goodies tend to come out. All the good little things tend to happen. And let me tell you guys right off the bat what I think is good. And that, of course, is my channel members here. I got a growing list of people who want to help support the channel, support the show, support the live streams, and I really appreciate that. So if you guys want to help support it, the best way to do it is to do it right now. A link is in the video description, and that's all my shilling for right now. I just want to get it out of the way because I'm not a shillster, but I want you guys to know what's happening in Hollywood. So the biggest news today to start off with, I think the best news today to start off with, because I didn't know this until I got home from the car dealership, but apparently today is Indiana Jones's birthday. It is Dr. Indiana Jones' 122nd birthday, because he was canonically born on July 1st, 1899 in Princeton, New Jersey. And so if you've seen any of the set pics coming out of Indiana Jones 5 and you're like, man, Harrison Ford is looking old. Harrison Ford, he's looking he's getting up there in years. Well, the reason why is because he's 122 years old. Obviously, I'm kidding, but he's closer to it than he is away from it. Let's be fair. All right. He is closer to it now. He's 44 years away from being 122 in real life than he is, I think. He's from when he was because he was 38 when Raiders came out. So he's at that halfway point. I don't know. It was a joke. It fell flat. I'll fully admit. Why don't we skedaddle onto something that is truly terrible, truly god awful, truly abhorrent, and I'm gonna watch it and it's gonna be a train wreck. But anyway, Space Jam: A New Legacy, a movie that I have very much kind of talked about negatively, dropped this little clip today saying it's Porky P.I.G with the mic drop. Fire pig emoji. Don't miss his epic performance in Space Jam: A New Legacy in theaters and on HBO Max in just a couple weeks. And this, the clip was Porky Pig rapping in a rap battle against Don Cheadle. He was in a rap battle against Don Cheadle. That's what he was doing. That's the whole thing. That's the whole point. He was rapping against Don, and it was cringy. It was super cringe. Like, why? Every time I look at what this movie is promoting, yesterday was a Matrix clip featuring Granny and Speedy Gonzalez. Now, don't get me wrong. Gabriel Iglesias as Speedy Gonzalez is something that I'm absolutely here for because I do love Fluffy. And that part with him was actually pretty funny. But then as soon as it becomes the Space Jam and like here comes LeBron in full Neo Matrix outfit as well as Bugs, then you're like, oh yeah, no, it's a Space Jam movie. It's not like a parody. This is stupid. Why are we here? And then today they dropped this Porky Pig epic freestyle rap battle against Don Cheadle, and he ends it even with the that's all, folks. This movie, who is this movie for at this point? Who is this movie for? People are going to argue, but Matt, it's for kids. Matt, it's for children. It's for the children's, Matt. Why are you hating a children's movie, Matt? I'm going to get that all the time. I was 14 when Space Jam came out. I watched that movie quite a number of times in the theaters. I even had the soundtrack, and every once in a while, for pure nostalgia's sake, I go and look at the website because it's still active. But this movie, what about this movie is that? It's not about Michael Jordan, who was trying to figure out his career path at that point in time, and then this ended up pushing him to go back to being in basketball. There was actually an actual point to Space Jam. It's not just a Nike commercial. And the people out there that say it's a Nike commercial, they're just dismissive and they're just trying to protect it because they're like, hashtag King James and whatever. No, F that. All right. Like, no, we're fine. Ask LeBron about China. If you're, I have nothing against LeBron, but seriously, ask him about China. He won't say a word. But that being said, this movie I want to watch it because it's going to be a dumpster fire. It is going to be a dumpster fire, but it is going to be a dumpster fire that I'm going to go into hoping is somewhat decent. It's going to be one that I'm going to go into hoping is somewhat entertaining, is somewhat interesting. And the marketing is just wrong because Warner Brothers really cannot market a movie. They always have trouble marketing films. So maybe everything I'm seeing, I'm just looking at it in the worst possible light because that, of course, is what I have to go on, which I could be wrong with. I don't know yet, but I'm hoping that it's going to be something that's going to be good. But I'm not also holding my breath. You know what I mean? Like, look, Boss Baby 2 drops tomorrow on Peacock, and I'm going to watch Boss Baby 2. And Boss Baby 2 is probably not going to be anywhere near as good as Boss Baby 1 or the awesome 4-season run on Netflix, which, by the way, it's pretty racy in the first season. I recommend you check it out. Lots of odd jokes aimed more at adults that kids simply won't get. And it's actually a pretty decent show. But I'm going to watch it because I'm going to try to give it a fair shake. I'm going to try to give it a fair look. Even though everything I've seen about Space Jam makes me want to like put my head through my monitor, I'm still going to try because that's how I do things. I'm going to try. And I'm sure people are going to yell at me about it as I get all the time in the comment section. Matt, you're too hard on the movie, Matt. Whatever, man. Listen, I could be harder, but I'm being nice. I'm being nicer if I can. And let's talk about someone who's not going to get any niceties, any niceness out of the internet today. And that, of course, is Amber Heard, who put this up on Twitter just a couple hours ago saying, I'm so excited to share this news with you. 4 years ago, I decided I wanted to have a child. I wanted to do it on my own terms. I now appreciate how radical it is for us as women to think about one of the most fundamental parts of our destinies in this way. Now, a couple things off this just to kind of look at here. While this is not 100% movie related, it is entertainment industry related. Never mind that whole ongoing affair between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and Warner Brothers and the Fire Amber Heard movement that is now petitioning to get her removed from the movie. Never mind the fact that they're actively filming it right now because she's been posting lots of videos and comments from the UK when she's not filming the movie. And so I'm trying to figure out why would she, if the baby was born 2 months ago, which by the way, cute looking kid. All right. I can't pronounce her name. It's like Ugahaga. I don't know what it's a weird name. I can't pronounce it. Hopefully somebody can phonetically break it down for me in the comment section. But here's the thing with this is the baby was born 2 months ago via surrogacy. That's awesome. That's awesome. By the way, that's great. I think if you want to be a parent, and you can do it, then do it. I have 2 kids. And at first I was like Kevin from Home Alone, all the time. I love my kids. They're great kids. I like being their dad. So it changes you. Being a parent fundamentally changes you. And it's entirely possible that this could change her. And I think we have to give her the benefit of the doubt on this one. And a lot of people out there aren't going to do it. In fact, the quote tweets on her response have been utterly terrible. A lot of people are just dragging her. And again, the whole Johnny Depp thing. And it is, look, that's their personal affairs. They're putting them out there, at least on Johnny's side in the court of public opinion. She took the first shot when she wrote that article in the Washington Post a number of years ago. I mean, obviously, right around the start of the Me Too movement is when she is wanting to have a kid, and she went through the whole surrogacy process. Now, if I'm going to sit there and come up with an odd take on this, and this is just a theory or a speculation, do not, and I mean this, do not read into this any more than that. I always try to think of things from the other side. Like, what is the angle? Because that's just the kind of person that I am. I like to think of as much as I possibly can and play it out there in any way that I can. But I'm wondering, what is the angle that she is taking with this? Why now, when she is in production on this movie, when she lives in Los Angeles, the baby was born 2 months ago, it's been in her life for 2 months, is the kid in the UK? Did she take an infant across the globe during a global pandemic? With, I mean, and I'm sure she did. I'm absolutely sure she did. If she didn't, that would give me an entirely different opinion of her. But with all of this mounting negativity that is coming in from everything involving the Justice for Johnny Depp thing, all the petitions and everything else, is this a narcissistic deflection of criticism? I don't want to believe that. To be honest with you, I don't want to believe that, which is why I'm trying to be very careful with how I phrase it. But when I think of a story like this, when I think of all the mounting negativity and how she has responded every once in a while, like how entertainment media protected her. I mean, inherently protected her during the trial last year. I mean, every time something would come up with Johnny Depp exposing Amber Heard for being a very toxic individual, there would be many puff pieces that would be going off there. So it's very weird to see this now. And I just can't help but think, like, is she using the baby as a shield? Now, again, I don't want to believe that. That is a theory, a hypothetical situation, a speculation. It's not an allegation. I want to make that abundantly clear, because the last thing I want is for people to come out and go like, oh, you're just attacking the baby. I'm like, I'm not attacking the baby. I'm not attacking the baby. But these are things that I do genuinely think about, because when you have something as crazy as this situation, right? When you've got as the insanity that has surrounded not only Johnny Depp, but Amber Heard. Go back to Comic-Con, what was it, 2018, I think it was, or 2019, when Johnny Depp went out there on stage right after Amber Heard did, and then everyone wrote all those pieces. Oh my God, is Amber okay, you guys? Have you talked to Amber? Is she all right? Do we need to form a human chain around the world to just give our hugging, loving energy to Amber? Like, there was all of that went into it, and it was like, what are you guys doing? She's got, like, what is happening? You guys are completely running the game. You guys are totally acting as protector, and you're deflecting any kind of valid criticism. And so it's like, I'm waiting to see what's happening here. Again, this whole thing is a mess. And I hope to God that baby is there for love and nothing more. And if it's a growth thing for Amber, then let it be a growth part of her life, her journey to be able to be a mother. It will make you a better person. I believe that. And so if that is what she's aiming to do, then that I full 100% support. But if it is something that is a PR thing, oh, I don't like that one bit. I don't like that one bit. But let's talk about something that I do like, even though I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions on this one in the comment section. Should be kind of wild here. We got a little bit of cool news today in regards to Spider-Man. We got a look here at what the potential new black and gold suit is going to be for the movie. I mean, obviously, we know that with Homecoming, he had his original suit at the end of the movie, but he had the suit that Tony prepared for him that was in Civil War. In Infinity War, we got the Iron Spider suit, you know, and we got that kept its way through parts of, well, at least one scene that never made it into the theatrical release of the of Far From Home. And then he had the black suit, and then he had the new black and red suit, which is pretty boss. And then now it's a black, red, and gold. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a big fan of these constant upgrades to the suits. You know what I mean? Like, to me, this comes across like effing bat nipples. Like, do we need more bat nipples? And the answer to that is always no. But what we did get was a leak of the Funko, what their pre-order sheet here. And apparently in August, this is when this stuff drops, we're going to be getting a Spider-Man upgraded suit, a Spider-Man integrated suit, a Spider-Man gold suit. So obviously the gold suit is going to be this one right here. And we don't know what the other suits are going to be. Probably going to be the red and black, as well as whatever the integrated suit might be. I'm not too sure at that point in time, but it is going to be something along those lines. But we also got this really fascinating reveal from the Lego set, showing us here a good look at Doctor Strange's place, right? This is the Sanctimonium Sanitarium. I don't know what you want to call it at this point. But we got a good look here at there's like the cape, and there's Doctor Strange, and there's MJ, and there's Wong, and you know, it's a whole set. Now looking on the other one here, we've got look, you've got black suit Spider-Man with Vulture. So is Michael Keaton going to be in this one? I have no idea. And then you got a drone fight over here. Well, we know that Vulture is going to be appearing in Morbius, which opens just what, 5-6 weeks after this, right? After this movie. So we don't know when it's going to become, you know, so there could be something there. And then what you've got also is the back of the Doctor Strange set, which shows what appears to be Scorpion. This looks like Scorpion to me. I don't know, but a lot of people are talking about that being Scorpion holding Wong in his pinchers right there, which we know that that Michael Mando is going to be Scorpion. We know that he's playing that in the movie. You know, we saw him in Homecoming. He's probably going to be in Morbius. And no, I think he is in the Morbius trailer as well as Michael Keaton, and he's probably going to pop up here. So are they going to get those suits? And is it going to be part of the multiverse? Are we going to get a look at the Sinister Six? I mean, this is a pretty big deal in my opinion, because a lot of us who are fans of Spider-Man, the good and the bad of the movies, we've wanted to see a solid Sinister Six movie, and it's obvious that Sony is building towards that, and this is one of those things as well. Plus, you've got this full frontal shot of the thing showing Spider-Man, and you've got Vulture, and they're set up right there. So it's obviously going to be showing that they're doing something pretty cool with Spider-Man as it continues to, like, with this movie, there's a lot that's going to be going on. Now, granted, that particular set was something that they said was inspired by by Homecoming or Far From Home or whatever. It could be the black suit from Far From Home and Vulture from Homecoming. But I feel like those kind of things are rarely ever too coincidental. However, we'll have to wait and see how that whole thing plays out. August is right around the corner. We're going to get a lot more information on this one. So I'm pretty excited on that. Now let's talk about the final story. This is the big one of the day here. Apparently, according to an interview that Noah Hawley gave, the new Alien TV series will be class warfare with xenomorphs, and already people are frothing at the mouths over this one, right? They're already frothing at the mouths. They're already like, oh, it's woke. Alien is dead. It's woke. I just want a story about aliens. I don't need a story about class warfare. I don't need anything about capitalism or corporatism. Never mind what the franchises have already shown us in regards to Weyland-Yutani and how they have handled it from a corporate and corporation perspective. From capitalist and corporationist, we know that they send people to their deaths. We know that they don't have very little care about the common man, about the working class. And that's kind of what Noah Hawley is going to be looking at in this particular story. Now, this isn't going to be an Ellen Ripley story, but there's a great line in Aliens where she's talking to Paul Reiser. So, and I'm paraphrasing, and she says something along the lines of, she says here, I don't know which species is worse. At least they don't fuck each other over for a percentage. And that is a great line when it comes to talking about the corporate nature of Weyland-Yutani and why they would want to send a rescue mission to LV-426 in order to recover the lost crew, right? They want to get those people out, but in reality, they want to get the xenomorph. In reality, they want to bring that back. And we know that, right? And so now what this is going to be about essentially, and he's still writing the story right now, but what he kind of hinted at was that this is going to be about the alien xenomorph coming to Earth and then dealing with more or less it kind of having a breakout in an office building. So rather than being a ship in space like we got in the first Alien, or a desolate, destroyed outpost or colony in Aliens, or a rundown prison in Alien 3, or a mercenary ship in Alien Resurrection, or whatever. This is going to be a corporate, think fucking Gremlins 2. That's what this is going to be. This is going to be Gremlins 2, but with aliens. I'm on board. I'm on board with it. That's not woke. That's not woke. We are living right now, if you've been paying attention at all to the last year in regards to how many corporations increased their wealth by untold riches, hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars, literally went to these massive companies while people were laid off across the board. And now people are not wanting to go back to those same specific situations. They are not wanting to go and deal with the same crap as before. We're in the midst of this massive labor movement within our society as a result of COVID. And what that effectively means is that this is going to be something that's going to kind of carry over to that. It's going to be very reminiscent of our times. And I think kind of turning it on its ear in regards of who's going to be the villains who get effed in this one pretty hardcore, which is going to be Weyland-Yutani. That's going to be something that's fascinating. Now, look, the show is definitely a long way off, but it's not woke. It's not going to be woke. Talking about society and looking at it through a satirical lens and applying it to a monster movie or a creature feature perspective is not woke. And that word is dead if you try to associate it with this. And I'm looking at you, Fandom Menace. I'm looking at you, Mr. H Reviews. I'm looking at you, Midnight's Edge. I'm looking at all of you people who are going to take this, willfully misinterpret it to your audience because you know that is the only way to get fucking money. That's what's going on here. This is not a woke sentiment. This is an author. This is a writer who is taking a piece of where we are in our moment in time, a snapshot of the current situation, and he's applying it to a creature feature monster movie perspective in a very beloved franchise. And like I keep trying to say before, and maybe some of you out there will get it and others won't, obviously, everything you love is woke. If that is if that is how you want to define woke, everything you love is woke. Star Trek, Star Wars, Marvel Comics. I mean, my God, X-Men, Jesus Christ, totally woke. The wokest of the woke when it comes to storytelling. I got into it today with a friend of mine, Count Dankula. He's a big channel here on YouTube. And he made a very interesting point, and he kind of said the quiet part out loud. We were talking about representation. And he was like, why? He's like, go back and look at the original Aliens. They had a diverse cast, and it felt natural. That's the whole point. All they care about is the optics of the spoken word. That's it. They care about the optics of Noah Hawley saying that it's about class warfare because that is something that frightens them for some reason. That frightens them. I don't get it. All Noah Hawley and all these creators have to do is, quite frankly, shut the F up. And then these guys have no ammo. They have literally no ammo to pull from. And that's where it's got to go. That's what these people have got to do. But as always, I want to hear your thoughts about everything. I want to hear your opinions. Let me know down in the comments section. I'll talk to you guys later. I will definitely be on live stream tonight before the Bad Batch. Be sure to tune on in and check that out. Again, if you guys want to dive in on the action, become a channel member, help the channel out, help it grow, help me do this thing full time to be fantastic. I really appreciate that because I do food delivery and it's fine, but I'd prefer to be home talking to you guys more often. I just got Clubhouse. So Hollywood After Dark is going to probably go to Clubhouse. Check that thing out for a bit. I don't know. If you're on me, you can find me on there. And I'll talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a great day. Thanks again for watching, and peace out.